fully inclusive setting, which means we have all students, regardless of whether they have an IEP or whether they are, high skilled, medium skilled, low skilled. They're all on our team together, and we work to differentiate their learning. And we do have to be really unique and creative, and we have to be on about it. So as an example, that's one of my professional goals that we actually shared this year, which was to be really intentional about differentiating our students' learning. And so as far as the model, we recently went to this looping model. So we have them for 6th grade, and then we keep them for 7th grade. And this is our 3rd full loop together.
I like the looping model because it gives us an opportunity to spend more time delivering really intentional content rather than spending more time trying to get to know the kids. Because by the time you get them in 7th grade, I feel like I almost double the amount of material I can cover in 1 year. Because I know them, I know their families, I know where they are academically, and so it's really powerful. And we build good relationships, which is why those 2 8th grade girls are sitting in here right now, even though they're not in our class anymore, because they want to come back to a space that feels really safe. Even though Vera is burdened with the responsibility of actually entering all the language into the IEP, we do, job share responsibility for modifying our assignments both down for students who have learning disabilities and also scaffolding up for students who are TAG or have higher achievement rates, or who need a different type of challenge.
We end up looking at all of the students in the same way in terms of expectations. So high academic expectations, in our opinion, leads to stronger behavioral performance. So we end up, looking at the kids truly as individuals, because it's really hard to tell which kids have IEPs. One of the things that I think has evolved over time is that I feel more challenged as a professional to always up my professional practice and to always think about ways that I can do something different or reach kids in a different way. And I think that's because we work really fluidly together. And I think that is a real positive piece of my teaming experience.
We're very reflective with each other. It comes about in kind of these really weird, nuanced, and idiosyncratic ways. Like, it's not us sitting down and saying, how was my lesson? What should I do differently? Who wasn't engaged? How should I reteach it? But we do have those types of conversations every chance we get. So I feel like in some ways Vera really holds me accountable, because she helps me think about those like instructional strategies and also delivery of content like in different ways. So that's always really helpful. And to have somebody that you trust to talk about those things with is so much more useful than to be reflective on your own. So that's part of why I really value like the model at Sherman too.
The other thing I was thinking about is just how positive it is for families. For us to have known them for 2 years means that also feels like it's reciprocal, that families trust us, we trust ourselves in terms of how we communicate with them.
I think that in terms of it being inclusive, there are other places that are inclusive, but because it is teaming and looping in addition to the inclusiveness, and because we add integrated curriculum on top of that, it just makes what happens here unlike almost any other place. I mean, when I describe it to people who teach, they have a hard time understanding what does that look like.
Yeah.